So today I'm finally doing the blueberry muffin recipe, and it is an easy peasy recipe, and it comes from the Forks Over Knives cookbook, and it's on page 289. And I know sometimes these cookbooks can get overwhelming and it's kind of hard to figure out which ones recipes are going to work and which ones are not. This recipe is definitely a keeper, and it's called the whole wheat berry muffin. And usually whole wheat muffins seem really dense to me, but this one is just perfect. And we've made it several times. So I'm going to walk you through the ingredients. Very easy ingredients. You should have these in your pantry. And the first ingredient is 2/3 cups of almond milk. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and this is the vinegar I used. You're going to need 2 cups of whole wheat pastry flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. You're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of unsweetened applesauce, which is right here, half a cup of organic pure maple syrup. And I am not using maple syrup in this recipe. I use a little less than half a cup of just cane sugar, organic cane sugar. You're going to use half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 cup of berries. I go a little crazy with the berries, so mine's maybe 1.25 cups of berries. And then for the cupcake little muffin holders, I use these here, and they are non-stick. It's basically parchment paper in the shape of a cupcake holder, and nothing sticks to these. They're really, really good, and you can find them anywhere. I get them at Whole Foods, but they sell them everywhere. So the first thing you want to do is you want to mix your wet ingredients, and I'm going to pour my 2/3 cup of almond milk with my ground flaxseed, and then I'm going to add my 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And then I'm going to just really mix this around really well until it's kind of bubbly. Like that. Now I'm going to mix my dry ingredients, and that's the flour. We're going to do the 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. 2 teaspoons of our baking powder. Our salt. And I'm just going to whisk these together. Okay, so now I'm going to add my applesauce to my almond milk here. I'm just going to mix it up. I'm going to also add my vanilla. Mix that up. And now I'm just going to pour the wet ingredients in the dry ingredients. Now I'm going to add my sugar. I usually add the sugar at the end, and that's just personal preference. And I just use a little less than half a cup. Just gonna mix this in. Okay, and then lastly I'm gonna add the berries. You can add any kind of berries you want to this. I even added once chopped up apple, and then I just added a little bit of cinnamon as well, and that made it a totally different muffin. And now I'm going to fill my little muffin holders. Okay, so now I'm going to place them in my preheated oven at 350 degrees. If you're using fresh berries, then only bake this for 22 minutes. If you're using frozen berries, then between 26 and 30 minutes. I put it in for 26 minutes. Okay, so it's been 26 minutes. I'm going to take them out. And that's what they should look like. And what I like to do is I like to take them out of the pan. That way they don't get all the moisture as they cool down. And I'm just going to put them on a little rack here and let them cool for about 20 minutes before we dive into them. Okay, so they're 20 minutes cooled down, and now we're going to test them out. Everybody's going to get their one. They've been eyeballing. You can see how easy it just comes off the wrapper. And I'm just going to break it in half and just show you guys how moist these are. Thanks for watching.